Haley, I know you miss your mom, and I know you miss your dad when I'm gone, but I'm trying to give you the life that I never had. I can see you sad, even when you smile, even when you laugh, I can see it in your eyes. Deep inside you wanna cry, cause you're scared. I ain't there, daddy's with you in your prayers. No more crying, wipe them tears. Daddy's here, no more nightmares. We gon' pull together through it, we gon' do it. Laney uncle's crazy, ain't he? Yeah, but he loves you, girl, and you better know it. What all we got in this world, when it spins, when it swirls, when it whirls, when it twirls. Two little beautiful girls looking puzzled in a daze. I know it's confusing you. Daddy's always on the move, mama's always on the news. I try to keep you sheltered from it, but somehow it seems the harder that I try to do that, the more it backfires on me. All the things growing up as daddy that he had to see. Daddy don't want you to see, but you see just as much as he did. We did not plan it to be this way, your mother and me, but things have got so bad between us. I don't see us ever being together ever again, like we used to be when we was teenagers. But then of course everything always happens for a reason. I guess it was never meant to be, but it's just something we have no control over, and that's what destiny is.
Sometimes I think I'm crazy. I'm crazy, oh so crazy. Why am I here? Am I just wasting my time? But then I see my baby. Suddenly I'm not crazy. It all makes sense when I look into her eyes. Oh no, sometimes it feels like the world's on my shoulders. Everyone's leaning on me. But sometimes it feels like the world's almost over. But then she comes back to me.
I got a letter from a fan that said he's been praying for me every day, and for some reason it's been weighing on my mind heavy. Cause I don't read every letter I get, but something told me to go ahead and open it. But why would someone pray for you when they don't know you? You didn't pray for me when I was local, and as I lay these vocals, I think of all the shit I had to go through just to get to where I'm at. I've already told you at least 1,000 times in these rhymes, I appreciate the prayer, but I've already got God on my side, and it's been one hell of a ride, hasn't it? Just watching it from the opposite standpoint, man, boy, it's got to look nuts. And that's the only word I can think of right now on how to describe the shit. It's just like a vibe you get, go ahead and vibe to it. Just watch what you wish for, cause I got the shit.
Sometimes I think I'm crazy. I'm crazy, oh so crazy. Why am I here? Am I just wasting my time? But then I see my baby. Suddenly I'm not crazy. It all makes sense when I look into her eyes. Oh no, sometimes it feels like the world's on my shoulders. Everyone's leaning on me. But sometimes it feels like the world's almost over. But then she comes back to me.
It's funny, I remember back one year when daddy had no money. Mommy wrapped the Christmas presents up and stuck them under the tree, and said some of them were from me, cause daddy couldn't buy them. I'll never forget that Christmas, I sat up the whole night crying, cause daddy felt like a bum. See, daddy had a job, but his job was to keep the food on the table for you and mom. And at the time, every house that we lived in either kept getting broken into and robbed or shot up on the block. And your mom was saving money for you in a jar, trying to start a piggy bank for you so you could go to college. Almost had $1,000 till someone broke in and stole it. And I know it hurt so bad it broke your mama's heart, and it seemed like everything was just starting to fall apart. Mom and dad was arguing a lot, so mama moved back on the Chalmers in the flat, one-bedroom apartment, and dad moved back to the other side of 8 Mile on Novara. And that's when daddy went to California with his CD and met Dr. Dre, and flew you and mama out to see me. But daddy had to work, you and mama had to leave me. Then you started seeing daddy on the TV, and mama didn't like it, and you and Laney were too young to understand it. Papa was a Rolling Stone, mama developed a habit.
Sometimes I think I'm crazy. I'm crazy, oh so crazy. crazy? Why am I here? Am I just wasting my time? But then I see my baby. Suddenly I'm not crazy. It all makes sense when I look into her eyes. Oh no, sometimes it feels like the world's on my shoulders. Everyone's leaning on me. But sometimes it feels like the world's almost over. But then she comes back to me. Listen, you're safe in that cell, thankful it's jail. I used to be my mommy's little angel at 12. 13, I was putting shells in the gauge on the shelf. I used to get punked and bullied on my block till I cut a kitten's head off and stuck it in his kid's mailbox. I used to give a fuck, now I can give a fuck less. What do I think of success? It sucks. Too much stress, too much zest, impressed, too upset. It's just too much mess. I guess I must just blew up quick. Yes, grew up quick. Was raised right. Whatever you say's wrong, whatever I say's right. You think of my name now whenever you say hi. Became a commodity cause I'm W-H-I-T-E. Cause MTV was so friendly to me. Can't wait till Kim sees me. Now is it worth it? Look at my life, how is it perfect? Read my lips, bitch. What, my mouth isn't working? You hear this finger? Oh, it's upside down. Here, let me turn this motherfucker up right now. Sometimes I think I'm crazy. I'm crazy, oh so crazy. Why am I here? Am I just wasting my time? But then I see my baby. Suddenly I'm not crazy. It all makes sense when I look into her eyes. Oh no, sometimes it feels like the world's on my shoulders. Everyone's leaning on me. But sometimes it feels like the world's almost over. But then she comes back to me. I take 7 from stand them all in line. Add an AK-47, a revolver, a 9, a Mac 11 in an order solve the problem of mine. And that's a whole school of bullies shot up all at one time. Cause I'm shady, they call me as crazy as the world was over this whole Y2K thing. And by the way, insane, why do they sing? Am I the only one who realizes they stink? Should I dye my hair pink and care what y'all think? Lip sync and buy a bigger size of earrings? That's why I tend to block out when I hear things. Cause all these fans screaming is making my ears ring. So I just throw up a middle finger and let it linger longer than the rumor that I was sticking it to Christina. Cause if I ever stuck it to any singer in showbiz, it'd be Jennifer Lopez. And Puffy, you know this. I'm sorry, Puff, but I don't give a fuck if this chick was my own